All right, we're making the salted caramel ice cream from Creme Anglaise. I told you we'd get to this one. You know what, and one of my favorite ice creams is ice creams that's been made with Creme Anglaise. Now, it's not to say that I don't love American made ice cream with just great whole cream, sugar, vanilla bean, and other flavorings, or gelato. I mean, absolutely, absolutely love Italian style ice creams. This is definitely more French style. The difference is mostly in the texture. Gelato melts a lot faster and is softer than ice cream, and that has a lot to do with the churning methods, fat content, and serving temperatures. Now, for a product to carry the label of ice cream in the US, it has to have a minimum of 10% fat content, okay? Lower quality ice creams will come in around 11 or 12, while higher products hit 16 and even 20 in the case of McConnell's in Santa Barbara. It has a 20% butterfat. Wow, it's crazy. You got to try it, all right? Gelato is a different thing altogether, right? Where the milk to cream ratio is much higher. The fat content is significantly lower, somewhere between 3 and 8%. Now, this is particularly important when it comes to taste. With a lower fat content, it doesn't saturate your taste buds as much, and it allows the flavors to get a chance to emerge stronger and bolder and more beautiful. And that's what I love about gelato, those great Italian flavors. The amount of air that's trapped in the product, in the final product of gelato, is about 25–30%, okay? In standard ice cream, the amount of air that's trapped usually exceeds 50%. Now, in the case of like a bargain brand like a Thrifty's, it's up to 75–80%. They pump a lot of air into it and make more money. But we're fortunate enough to have my wonderful Italian gelato maker, so the texture is going to be a lot like gelato, but more rich. We've got all those egg yolks and that heavy cream. All right, so here's our sauce caramel that we made the other day, and I have to say it's looking pretty good. Look at the viscosity of it. It was just absolutely phenomenal product. We're putting it here into my oval ramekin and getting ready to put it in the freezer for, a good 3 to 8 hours. We definitely want our sauce caramel and our creme anglaise to be exactly the same temp when we swirl it into the awaiting ice cream that we're making that's at the same temperature. That way it'll give us really nice definition, really nice layers, real nice pockets of that salted caramel, okay? So when we blend the Hawaiian volcanic salt into it, we're going to do so in a really small way. We don't want to over salt it. You don't want to get carried away. Subtlety here, man. Subtlety. So just a little bit. You want to get just that little pop out of it, and that's what we're going to do. This ice cream is altogether different, both in flavor and in texture. It has a noble elegance to it, a richness on the palate that's incomparable to anything you've tasted before. I've used this same method to make a sweet, savory, white Italian truffle ice cream in the shape of quenelles and served them in single frozen Asian soup spoons as an amuse-bouche for a decadent polo party under lavishly decorated tents in the middle of a polo field on a full moon summer night in Santa Barbara. It doesn't get more decadent than that, right? This ice cream is not your run-of-the-mill basic ice cream. This is something very special, very decadent. I don't suggest you make a bunch of this and shove it in your freezer and eat this on the daily, because I guarantee you, man, your waistband will show it. All right, so let's use this for something completely special. Yeah, man, this one is definitely a special one. All right, so back to the actual ice cream. All right, we just got to the halfway point and putting it, scraped it down from the cylinder. You want to get a good feel. You want to feel where the ice cream is at, and you want to see if you've got it starting to harden up on the bottom of the ice cream maker or on the sidewalls. Now, typically this will not do that because of the rich nature of it. The custard really doesn't freeze that frozen solid, okay? If you had some more milk in this, or if you had, it would freeze a little quicker, but this is pretty rich. There's a lot of fat there, man. I mean, huge butter fat, and you've got the egg yolks. So yeah, take it easy with this one. This really, really good though. Wait till you try this, wait till you make this. All right, here we go. That ice cream's looking pretty good, man. It's looking like it's about ready to come off. I have a floor bowl waiting that has also been in the freezer for approximately the same amount of time that the sauce caramel went in. So my floor bowl is ice cold. You definitely do not want to take and make a gorgeous ice cream and then just put it in a bowl that's been sitting on the shelf. Now look at this, man. Woo! Look at this, man. That looks so good, doesn't it? Wow, man, I love making fresh ice cream. It puts on smiles on so many faces. All right, but check this out. We definitely, like I said, do not want to put this in a bowl that's not real cold. Otherwise, the sides will start to liquefy, and then you're going to have a product that really isn't great. Ice cream is very important to not let it melt any further from the time when it comes out of your ice cream maker. You want to get it into an ice freezer right away, which is what we've done right here, right next to that sauce caramel. Now this right here, this is that volcanic sea salt from Hawaii. I chose this because I like the size of the grains of this one, okay? Plus it's a little bit sweeter. It doesn't have that too salty of flavors, and salts are incredible, man. You'll find that, Caspian black sea salt or whatever, all these salts have a little bit different characteristic to it. This one I really love because the crystals are really hard. They're like little rock candies. And my hope was in doing this is that they would hold up in the sauce caramel, that they wouldn't bleed, and that once we ribboned it into the ice cream like we're about to do right here, that they would when you bit into it, you'd still have a little bit of tooth on that salt, right? You noticed I didn't put a lot of salt in it, was just a little bit. All right, now look at this. Wow, does that look good, man? Check this out. Now you see I'm not stirring it. I don't want to mess. I don't want a contiguous color all the way through. I want pockets of that sauce caramel. I want this truly to be a swirl. We go back in the freezer. It comes out. Look at that, man. That is so good. Wait till you try this, man. Do this one. All right, so what I've done is I've made some nice caramel shards. These caramel shards, I'm just going to use as decoration. They're just little candies, real basic stuff. Some of our Creme Anglaise that we put into our speed pours, remember that. And now some of the ice cream. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's really hot in my kitchen. California's a little bit of a heat wave right now. Not like the rest of the country, but still very, very hot in my kitchen. So I just did this FPO, man, for posterity only, just to give you guys one simple presentation idea by putting it in this margarita glass with these caramel shards. It's just a simple, whimsical presentation, and I really gotta thank you for watching, man. Thank you so much. And remember, there's food and then there's love, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with some ice cream love. Peace.